awesome. Let me explain something here. So I do not like big blocky bumpers. I'm sure most of you don't. I'd much rather prefer something that's real thin and slim like that. Sort of like I did with the Scorpion Crawler. It was only 1.5 inches, and it gives you a lot better ground clearance up here. But I've got some issues here, and that is I'm putting leaf springs up front, and technically they should be level with the rear, and as you can see right now they're up quite a bit higher. So technically, I mean, they should be like way down here, like 25 inches off the ground. But I can't get them that low because it's impossible without having like 1 foot perches here. But I need something substantial right here to mount those perches off of. They're going to be hopefully a little taller than this so that it levels those springs out a little more than they are right now. Right now the axle is it's tilted, back like this, or the leaf springs are kind of sitting like that. And from what I understand, when you're crawling up a hill and you go to bounce, it tries to push you backwards instead of, if it's flat, it just bounces like this. But like this, it's going to bounce back and go back down the hill. So this all ties into the bumper because I need a big blocky bumper. Otherwise it's going to look really funny if I have this thin bumper and then have this huge piece hanging down here to try to accommodate the leaf spring perches. So I'm going to have to do something. I better not try that with one hand, but I'm going to have to build some sort of blocky bumper, and then these will pretty much be hidden back here at that point. But it's not ideal, but with the tire size, these are 42-inch tires. They're big enough that it gives you the ground clearance. It makes up for the ground clearance there. So as long as I can make that bumper look better than just a flat chunk of steel like that. You guys know me, I start off with something like that and everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's going to look so terrible. But usually by the time I'm done, it'll look decent. So I'm whoa, can't stop hitting things. I'm not gonna use that. That was just for mock-up. But I've got a piece of 2x6, and I got a piece of 2x8 over there on the floor as well. But one of those I'm gonna use and make a big blocky bumper, but try to turn it into something cool, and that way I'll have a place to mount those perches. That's very low. And then after that, I think I'll take out this piece right here so that I'll have a place to mount my radiator. I'm going to try to use the radiator that came with the CJ. I don't know if I've shown you guys that yet. It's really tall. And that bumper will be perfect because it'll protect the bottom of that radiator even though it's really tall. Many of you guys know Cherokee radiator is only about 11 inches tall. But they don't cool as well as a big, huge honking radiator like that. So the bumper will help protect the bottom of the radiator down here. So it'll be good in several ways, I guess. Wow, look at that. So not that I have one for this Jeep, but if I ever wanted to put one of those worn Xeon winches on here, that's the size of it. So I just went up to my garage. I've got one on the Scorpion. I took some measurements, made a little template, and I thought I would be plenty wide enough, having 8 inches or whatever, that sticks out. But looks like I need to come out even more. So in case I ever want to put one of those winches on here, this bumper needs to be bigger. That'll work out okay though, because I was planning on having the bumper be thicker here in the middle and then kind of taper off towards the edges. So I'll just start the taper somewhere right about there. So I decided to sit down with a pen and paper and draw out my ideas for this bumper. And then it hit me. I was going to build the most brilliant bumper you have ever seen. This is going to be the most majestic, beautiful piece of artwork you have ever witnessed. The bumper to end all bumpers. The bumper-pocalypse. And then I remembered, this is the Comancheep Project. I'm just gonna wing it. Step 1 to bending a square tube, take out a piece of pie. How much pie do you take? Guesstimate. Bend the tube. Step 3, actually bend the tube. Step 4, when you reach the correct angle, weld the tube. Then cut some holes in your newfangled creation. Then install and admire your genius.